Assalamu alaikum. So we were discussing the cerebral cortex. Now we have learned the general consideration of the cerebral cortex. We are now discussing the surfaces and the adjacent sulci and the associated sulci and gyri. Starting with the superolateral surface, it is a convex surface and it is extending outwards. Because hence it is called the superolateral surface. Okay. First, the sulci. There are main sulci, which are the sulci which are separating the lobes. Hence, they are called main sulci. So, first main sulcus is the central sulcus or sulcus of Rolando. Now, if we draw a line between frontal pole and the occipital pole, if you draw a line between the frontal pole and the occipital pole and mark the midpoint of this line, and we see 1 centimeter or 0.4 inch posterior to this midpoint, we will see a sulcus which is indenting the superomedial border. This is the superomedial border, indenting the superomedial border and running forwards and downwards. Okay, it is running downwards and forwards, and it is the main sulcus or the central sulcus of Rolando. Okay. Next, the lateral sulcus or the sulcus of Sylvius. The lateral sulcus is actually stemming from the inferior surface. उसके लिए हमें inferior surface देखना पड़ेगा. Here is the inferior surface. ठीक है? So the lateral sulcus is somehow indenting from the inferior surface, and it is going on the superolateral surface. And while it is going on the superolateral surface, it is giving 3 rami: an anterior horizontal ramus, an anterior ascending ramus, and it is continuing posteriorly as the posterior ramus or posterior horizontal ramus. Okay, it was stemming from the inferior surface. The main stem goes on the superolateral surface and divides into 3 rami: the anterior as a horizontal ramus, anterior ascending ramus, and it is continuing posteriorly as the posterior ramus or posterior horizontal ramus. These were the main sulci present on the lateral surface. Now for the frontal lobe. Frontal lobe के sulci में सबसे पहले आता है pre-central sulcus. As the name indicating, it is the anterior to the central sulcus, and it is parallel to the central sulcus, running downwards and forwards. Okay. Then there is the superior frontal sulcus, anterior to the pre-central sulcus superiorly. And similarly, there will be an inferior frontal sulcus which is anterior to pre-central sulcus inferiorly. Okay. Next, the parietal lobe. Parietal lobe will be having 2 sulci mainly. The post-central sulcus, again posterior to and parallel to the central sulcus, running downwards and forwards. And there will be, from the midpoint of this sulcus, from the midpoint of post-central sulcus, there will arise another sulcus which will be the intraparietal sulcus. This is the intraparietal sulcus. Now for the temporal lobe, there will be first the superior temporal sulcus, which is parallel to the lateral sulcus. ये lateral sulcus है, इसके parallel होगा the superior temporal sulcus, and inferior to it there will be the middle temporal sulcus. ठीक है? It is also called the inferior temporal sulcus according to some books, but Snell's neuroanatomy considers it as the middle temporal sulcus. ठीक है? For the occipital lobe, there are irregular sulci, and only 2 sulci are mainly named on the or which are only present on the lateral surface, which is here is the transverse occipital sulcus, and here is the crescentric sulcus or the lunate sulcus. But these sulci are very irregular and very inconstant. Other sulci are actually present on other surfaces, and they are indenting on the lateral surface, superolateral surface. Okay, so I have not discussed this in much detail because it is not so prominent. The sulci of occipital lobe are not so prominent. Now this is the revision of what sulci we have discussed on the superolateral surface of the cerebral hemisphere. There will be the central sulcus which is indenting the superomedial border at the midpoint at 1 centimeter posterior to the midpoint of a line between frontal and occipital poles. Anterior to it will be the precentral sulcus, and posterior to it will be the postcentral sulcus. Anterior to precentral sulcus, there will be a superior and inferior frontal sulci. Posterior to postcentral sulcus, there will be the intraparietal sulcus, which is originating from the midpoint of the postcentral sulcus. ठीक है. Lateral sulcus of Sylvius was originating from the inferior surface. It was stemming from the inferior surface, and on the superolateral surface, it will be giving three rami: anterior horizontal ramus, anterior ascending ramus, and a posterior horizontal ramus, which is the posterior continuation of the lateral sulcus. Parallel to this lateral sulcus, there will be two sulci, two temporal sulci, superior and middle temporal sulcus. The middle temporal sulcus can also be known as inferior temporal sulcus. Occipital lobe में दो main sulci होते हैं, but they are also irregular and they are also not so important. That is the lunate sulcus and the transverse occipital sulcus. Now let's move to the gyri. First of all, the frontal lobe. The frontal lobe is divided by three sulci into four gyri. For the precentral gyrus, we should have the idea of central sulcus. Here is the central sulcus, okay, which is running from the frontal pole to the occipital pole and indenting the supromedial border at the midpoint of this line between the frontal pole and the occipital pole. 1 centimeter posterior to the midpoint of the line between the frontal and occipital poles. Anterior to this central sulcus, there will be the precentral sulcus, which is parallel to it and arching and running downwards and forwards or anteriorly. So, between the central and precentral sulcus, there will be the precentral gyrus. Okay, anterior to the central and precentral sulcus, there will be the precentral gyrus. Now, the superior frontal gyrus, we know that there is the superior frontal sulcus, and superior to the superior frontal sulcus, there will be the superior frontal gyrus. Okay. Now, between the superior frontal sulcus and the inferior frontal sulcus, there will be the middle frontal gyrus. Now, between the inferior frontal sulcus and the lateral sulcus of Sylvius, there will be the inferior frontal gyrus. And into the inferior frontal gyrus, we know that the three rami are given by the lateral sulcus of Sylvius, and some of these rami are indenting the inferior frontal gyrus. These are the anterior horizontal and anterior ascending rami, and it is posteriorly continuous as the posterior horizontal ramus or the posterior ramus of the lateral sulcus of Sylvius. So all these will divide the inferior frontal gyrus into three parts: pars orbitalis, pars triangularis, and pars opercularis. This will be the pars orbitalis, anterior to the anterior ascending ramus, anterior horizontal ramus. There will be the pars triangularis between the anterior horizontal and anterior ascending ramus, and posterior to the anterior ascending ramus, or between the posterior horizontal ramus and the anterior ascending ramus, there will be the pars opercularis. ठीक है, तीन parts हो गए आपके inferior frontal gyrus के: pars orbitalis, pars triangularis, and pars opercularis. Orbitalis क्यों कह रहे हैं? Because it is near the orbit. Triangularis क्यों कह रहे हैं? Because it is triangle shape. And opercularis क्यों कह रहे हैं? Because it is forming an operculum. So what is operculum? This we will be discussing in the demarcation of lobes. ठीक है. Let's move further in the parietal lobe. On the parietal lobe is divided by two sulci into three gyri. Okay. So we know that again there will be the central sulcus of Rolando, and posterior to the central sulcus there will be the post-central sulcus. So between the central and post-central sulcus, there will be the post-central gyrus. Okay. Anterior to the central sulcus and the precentral sulcus, there was between the central and the precentral sulci there was the precentral gyrus, and between the central and postcentral sulci there will be the postcentral gyrus. Okay. Now for the superior parietal lobule, we know that there was an intraparietal sulcus which was running from along the midpoint of the postcentral sulcus. So the gyrus or the lobule superior to the intraparietal sulcus, there will be the superior parietal lobule or gyrus, we can say also. Okay. Inferior to the infraparietal lobule, the part of the parietal lobe, inferior to the intraparietal sulcus, the part of the parietal lobe will be the inferior parietal lobule. Okay. We can see that the lateral sulcus of Sylvius as well as the superior temporal sulcus both are indenting towards the inferior parietal lobule. So this inferior parietal lobule has then two parts: the cortex, the cerebral matter which is surrounding the lateral sulcus of Sylvius will be the supramarginal gyrus, and the cortex surrounding the